Imagine a shadowy government organization so secret it conceals the existence of an invasion by hostile aliens and crucial knowledge of their weapons technology from a future organization with the same name, even though doing so endangers the safety of the planet Earth itself. That makes no sense, does it? And I wish it were the only thing about the Bureau XCOM Declassified that was weird, but it's not. Sure, the cover-based squad combat works well enough, but almost everything built around that is a hot mess.
What in God's name is that?
I've got to admit, the Bureau looks fairly good, lip sync issues and conspicuously absent sound effects aside.
With predicted casualties of 90 to 100.
There are easier ways to give up smoking, I'm told.
This invasion by classic XCOM aliens in the 1950s has some good detail in both the underground XCOM base and the suburban and rural locales where you fight the alien menace. But at the same time, there are a bunch of little things that undermine it, like seeing a movie where Abraham Lincoln wears Google Glass. In the very first mission, an XCOM agent has a deployable laser turret despite never having encountered alien technology before. And suddenly, in the middle of a mission, I unlocked an ability that allowed me to toss out a friendly version of the alien blobs. There's no explanation, just bam, you can do that now. At least it does an impressive job of varying conversations based on whether you, playing as XCOM agent and walking hatbrack William Carter, choose to behave as good cop or jerk cop.
I'm fine. You yelling for me to wake up doesn't help.
The results of conversations are the same, but how you get there is dramatically different. The highlight, though, is a revelation that cleverly toys with the way we experience games through characters. That's great. Yet mere seconds later, it goes insane. I don't want to spoil it for you because this really has to be seen to be believed, but the way Agent Carter reacts is pretty much the exact opposite of what a reasonable person would do in that situation. It's strange to the point where I have to wonder if a bug might have caused the wrong dialogue option to be selected. Oh, and if you're expecting the Bureau to fill in bits of backstory for XCOM Enemy Unknown, you're in for a huge disappointment. This story seems to go out of its way to be completely incompatible with that lore.
I'm in position! Hey, I've got some healing!
As a cover-based shooter with some cool abilities that drive enemies out in the open, the Bureau does alright. Carter is accompanied by 2 disposable XCOM agents of your choice on every mission. And combining a commando's taunt with the engineer's landmines, for example, creates some fun ambush scenarios. Enemy variety is fairly diverse, with agile blobs and super heavy mutons working to force you out of your safety zone. And the UI you use to order your guys around is pretty cool. At any time, you can slow combat to a crawl and issue orders with intuitive controls. The only problem is that it sometimes requires a walkable path in order to throw a deployable like a turret, and that's pretty dumb. So the Bureau borrows one big idea from classic XCOM. If you lose a man, he's dead for good. But here's the thing. Permadeath just doesn't work when you've got checkpoint saves that bring everyone back to life when you get Carter killed. And a teammate revival system that's so exploitable you have to work not to exploit it. I lost only 2 guys in my entire veteran difficulty playthrough, and that was only because I didn't notice they'd gone down until it was too late.
Get him up, damn it!
I'll patch him up!
It also misses the point of capturing enemy weapons. Sadly, despite the franchise tradition and an entire section of the XCOM base labeled research, literally none is done. When you find an alien weapon, you just pick it up and start shooting. There isn't so much as an upgrade to unlock. If any of the alien arsenal were any more creative than laser and then plasma variants of pistols, submachine guns, shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, and rocket launchers, that might be okay. But here, it's just blandness and a glaring missed opportunity.
They're all dead. Let's get moving.
Look at that thing!
Outside of its briefly intriguing story twist, there's very little I can recommend about the Bureau XCOM Declassified. When the story implodes, it's left with nothing but decent tactical combat, and that's unnecessarily complicated by half-hearted attempts to pay homage to the franchise's strengths. The curse of the XCOM shooter remains in full effect. For more on the Bureau and XCOM, keep it on IGN.